안녕하세요. Welcome back to Study Hmong. Today I want to talk about a learning tip. It will help us to learn language, and if your language is Hmong or anything else, this is really going to help you because we wonder why sometimes we don't put out as much as we want to. We don't express ourselves, the words aren't coming to mind. Why not? Well, one way is by are we putting them in? What are we putting into our brain so that we have something to get out? Now, our analogy is studying language is like drinking water. How is it like drinking water? First, let's be honest with ourselves. It's probably a small percentage of people that can honestly say they're drinking enough water. What's more likely is you're like me, and you say that you know you need to be drinking more, and even though we know we need to drink more, we rarely have a day where we can say we drank enough water. Is that right? For the most part. So do you feel the same about your language learning progress? Can you honestly say that you feel like you're taking in as much as you think you should? Well, today we're going to cover some tips on how to make our study more frequent and more beneficial just by being a little creative. Yeah, a little creative. Doesn't hurt. It's good. Check it out. Now, with water, the more we take in, the more comes out. Sorry, fact of life. Sorry to gross you out. But if we drink water, a lot of water, then naturally we always seem to be going to the bathroom, right? Is it just a matter of fluids going through our body? Definitely not. No way. As water goes through us, it has so many beneficial properties. That's why we're supposed to drink it, such as it affects our energy levels, our brain function. It helps with our mood and our concentration. These are good things, right? It makes me want to drink some water. So it also helps with constipation and issues like kidney stones. So likewise, as language goes through us, we're more able to process and organize our thoughts better, more clearly, more quickly, more efficiently, and breaks down the barriers that keep us from retaining the information or mentally constipated. The words don't come out, right? I know, sorry. Good illustration though, come on. So the main point today is just like water, the more that we take in, the more will come out. This is our takeaway point today. The same goes for language. It will come out in the form of better conversational ability. That is the goal for all of us, is it not? So, how can we drink? Is there more than one way? Well, sure there is. You know there is. Talking about water, there's so many ways to take in water. Let's go over a few of them and see how does it relate to learning. Number one, the infamous hardcore exercise workout. Sometimes we exercise and we do a really big workout and we just guzzle tons of water, right? In such a short period of time. The parallel for that would be like sitting down with piles of books, maybe, or a couple of books, to do a deliberate, longer, intense study session with, say, an article or a book in our dictionaries and our computer, etc. This is our heavy, beefy study workout session. But I'll tell you a secret. Studying language should not consist of only this. Let me say that again. Whereas this is very valuable, this is not the only type of study we should do. It's good for us, but we can't maintain it for a long period of time. So, what else is there? 2, the good old-fashioned bottle of water. Sometimes we have a bottle sitting on our desk and we just sip sip, sip on it throughout the day. Then we refill the bottle and sip, sip, sip away some more. A little bit spread out over a long period of time. Still taking in a bunch of water, hopefully. How does this method relate to studying? Well, get creative. Maybe it would include playing audio or listening to a movie or YouTube or something in the background while we're cleaning or going about our daily things, driving on our commute, something, maybe multitasking is kind of in the background, just a little bit here and there. We'll hear a word, oh, okay, yeah, file it away, right? Very good. Still has good value for you, even though it's a different type of intake. We're still taking it in. Engages a different part of the brain too. Now, here's something else that people do, and if you haven't tried it yet, you're actually missing out. 3. Have you ever heard of infused water? What is that? Well, that actually came out pretty good. Get creative with it. Come up with different recipes and enjoy the different flavors. You see, I have some fruit in my water. Wow, it's zesty. It kind of wakens up the taste buds a little bit, and boy, you just can't really go wrong. You're getting a few extra nutrients in there than just water, and it makes you kind of want to have a little bit more. That's so good. Okay, sure, it takes a little time to prep, put it together, but it's worth it because the learning process is more enjoyable and not as boring as you may be used to. This all leads us to want to drink more, or to want to drink at all, right? Sometimes it's hard to just sit down for a study session that we know we have to do. So the goal is to want to study more or to study at all because it left such a good taste in your mouth. Here, let's go for it again. Too good. So believe it or not, we still have another way that we can get creative here with drinking water. Number 4, to replace. So just like with getting ourselves to drink more water, more and more water, when we'd like nothing more than to drink a nice ice cold soda or whatever, it's been suggested to drink water instead, or at least to drink water first before drinking the soda, because then you get the properties of just pure clean water first, or at all. Maybe you're drinking water, you go, ooh, this is really good. I don't need that soda after all because this quenched my thirst. This made me happy. Or maybe you have your water and you're like, well, I still kind of want that soda. Okay, fine. But you've taken in first what was more important before the soda. So the connection to learning, well, we have things we study in English. Can we study the Hmong equivalent of it instead? It may take a little longer, but oh, it would be so worth it. You have to spend the time anyway. Sometimes you don't have time to do both. Could you do the Hmong one instead of the English one? Or at least first, say you still need to have it in English, could you at least study the Hmong one first and then cover it in English? Maybe. So the point is, again, we need to take in a lot of water daily. And the more we take in, the more we will able to give out these results. Conversation, thinking ability, no barriers blocking us. We'll have nice, clean, formulated thoughts because we're taking it in all the time. It's constantly flowing through us. We have more language energy, as it were, and we get more excited to talk about it, to teach, to share with somebody else what we just learned. And we'll understand when somebody else says something to us because we've just heard it or learned it, or our brain will be all engaged and firing and ready to use it. Okay, if that's not exciting for you, don't forget, if we don't take it in, we don't have any output. And if we don't have that, that's when we get frustrated. So this is all about not getting frustrated. And you have a homework, you have a challenge, so that your Hmong learning just flourishes. Get creative. Have it around you as much as possible and in as many different forms as possible. Just like water. Make it fun, enjoy it, rock it. Thank you. Shinji doa. We'll see you next time on Study Hmong.